Hey, love bugs, it's Roslynn back at you one more again. I hope everybody is doing blessed. I'm doing blessed and highly favored, and definitely hope the same for you. And if this is your first time stopping by my channel, much love to you and welcome. And to my returning subs, my grown, extended, beautiful family, as always, thank you so much for the love and support. It is constantly appreciated and always appreciated. So, with that being said, much love to all. Namaste, love and blessings, love and light. Many blessings are definitely coming your way. And if you have been watching my videos for a while and have not already, can subscribe, hit that notification bell at the bottom so you know when I'm about to upload my next video. And if you're comfortable enough, drop me a line or two. I would love the chance to get to know you as much as you're getting to know me, even if it's about the positive feedback to the content of my video, or you're up telling me about your empathic gift. And if you feel that the videos give you good uplift or any vibes that you would love to share with a loved one, family, or a friend, or even a fellow empath that may be going through trying times at the moment and just needing confirmation or validation towards life path or even soul purposes, please go ahead and share. And while you're at it, give your thumbs up, like, and also share on social media favorites wherever you see fit. As always, thank you so much for the love and support. It's always appreciated. And I hope you're able to resonate with the content of my video. And the video I'm doing today is called Twin Flame 101, Building Your Solid Foundation. That's always strengthening your peace. Even being dead in the middle of being in others' personal or surrounding chaos. And that's so true because, everything has to keep a balance to it. If you're that person that may be constantly looking at everything in your life like you're self-assessing yourself, you're calling yourself out on your own BS, catching yourself before you react to something or absorbing something, and you're allowing yourself like, ooh, wait a minute, I was supposed to be observing this. It's not allowing myself to absorb everything. It's like professional criticism. A lot of times there are some people that just don't like it. I can get like that at times, and I have to catch myself. It's just like, hey, if it's going against something that you may be doing, it's maybe for the greater good. You can be able to feel that, because sometimes at times we do get a little bit offensive if something goes, differently than what we plan. But, when you're allowing yourself to really face a lot of your things that you go through in life, it is not easy, because there's a lot of things that made you, be that person that have trust issues, that major trust issues. I can vouch for that. Hey, put my hand up for that one. And you put walls up. A lot of times we end up messing our own selves up because we're not open to creating our own happiness, and we're still stuck on certain situations that has probably wounded us very deeply. But these are the situations where you can allow yourself to just flow as best way you can, working on yourself on the daily, seeing where certain parts of your life really needs work at. Textbook, you don't get enjoyment out of it, but just try to bring happiness into that vibration of, adding peace towards your life. But because there's so many people out here that are more comfortable with projecting, and sometimes it's hard for us to not allow ourselves to take it personal when people have done things to go out their way to disturb our peace. Some people are like that, and and it's hard at times to sit up here and say, I hate it when people do situations like that. But we have to keep reminding ourselves there's some people that you have to pray for, because there are certain people that don't want to be able to face the things that they're going through. Because it's like, when we're doing that, it's not for the weak at heart, and it's not for saying this person's weak or whatever. But a lot of times it takes a lot of strength for you to hold yourself accountable for a lot of things that has taken place in your life, even when it's somebody else that had their hand in some kind of self-destructive situation that came along your path and just hit you like, they had you stuck and confused for a minute. But there's a lot of times that we added our own suffering towards different situations that we had to face. And just holding yourself accountable is like, I'm not going to take blame for everything that somebody else has done, but let me allow myself to take that L for saying, what, I added certain situations in my life because I opened myself up, or I was seeing the red flags in there and I just ignored those things. Or it was like the universe was trying to contact me, be able to say, hey, this is not good for you. Or your intuition, you were going against the vibrations of your gut feelings. A lot of times, and always all the time, those gut feelings are telling you, hey, don't do that. Don't do that. I'm like, oh, I don't know what this feeling is, but I'm gonna go against it anyway. And then when you get in a situation, it's like, well, you start fussing, but it's just like, Okay, but we gave you a lot of red flags. Because a lot of times, even when you disconnect from people, and there'll be certain situations where universe will take you to those certain periods in your life, and they'll show you different red flags that you may have seen, but you didn't know, you overlooked it and just say, oh, okay. Because I've been that type of person where I see dead red flags and just like, oh, they may be in a bad mood today, or maybe I said something in a certain way that kind of rubbed them the wrong way. I used to make excuses up for different things where people were just projecting and I wasn't paying attention to it. And, I may have, there's time I was like, hey, you were so stupid, or may have felt naive, but it's just a lot of times you have to understand, forgive yourself for those times. You were using only what you had, and there's a lot of different people are still continuing to use what they have, because it's just the fact is we can go through so many different emotions when we're facing a lot of things that hit us in so many different ways. It is not easy. It will bring you up, and there'll be times you will feel depressed. You will feel just like, you're dumping all your, you're blaming yourself for so many different things, where you taking that all on yourself and not allowing yourself to just take your part, or certain things that was just there to do. It's there for you in your own protection, but you chose to see it in a negative vibration instead of a broader perspective. I'm guilty for doing those things too. And even there's a lot of times where I even tell y'all in my videos, there's a lot of people that say, way I talk or being very transparent, that makes you a strong person. And I said it is, but there's also, it makes you even stronger when you can allow yourself to say, what, I had a weak moment. We have those. There's a lot of people don't want to admit that. When you can, sit up here and you can really be truly hurting deep about certain things that took place, and you're allowing yourself to lie and say, it didn't bother me like that, but it's just, that feeling goes a lot deeper. There can be somebody say, I don't know, and they know some part of it, or they say they don't care, and there are certain parts of it that really hit deep with them. But these are those things you are taking initiative, and it's a daily thing, and it's okay. When you're allowing yourself to say, okay, you looked at certain things that happened yesterday and may have rubbed you the wrong way, or you allowed yourself to get, emotional for certain things that went against, went a whole day without thinking a negative thought. Something negative, what kind of positivity can I get out of this? And if we allow ourselves to do that on every single thing that happens, how much peaceful it'll be. But you have to be able to do that with yourselves, because this is helping in a different way you weren't able to see before, because you may have been in that same vibration. And a lot of times we try to understand why when we're connecting with that, that's some part of ourselves can relate to that vibration that's coming out. But these are those times where you can allow yourself to focus on where you need healing at to create that better peace. And there's different things, there's different changes, there's everything that's going around, because I'm doing my allowing really see things, and you're allowing yourself to do that. A lot of times it won't allow her to get our emotions in a fizzy, so it's just like certain things in the world. There are certain people that they're going against that vibration, where it's saying, hey, you need to take this time out to really allow yourself to heal in certain places, so you're not projecting, or allow yourself to really see things from a different way. There's some people that don't want to do that, and I mean, because sometimes I'll be trying to like, how would they not? But then it's just like, when you faced a lot of different things, there was a lot of things that open a can that you really didn't want to, look at. And those are the times, even, I tell people all the time, even with the worst of the people, that you were like, ugh, you wish the worst things on, but you have to be able to pray for those people, because they, you never know, they're maybe very terrified for them to face the things that really got them into that vibration. Because, a lot of times people have abandonment issues, neglect. They probably they've seen themselves as that victim and became the culprit of the people that placed that situation on them. And, it's not easy for you to get out of that, but you have to be able to pray for people like that. And even though in those times when certain things come up from your past, and you're allowing yourself, I have to allow myself to have that strength to, to part ways with that, and just be grateful for those things, even though it's like, how can I be grateful for it? This mess has hurt me and this and this and that. But look at the person you became when you allowed yourself to face that. And there's times I got to tell myself that at times, you're facing these things, let it go with love, appreciating what you found within yourself that can really strengthen you in a way you weren't being able to do it before. Because a lot of times we don't realize just the energy we keep up. We can be malefic. You're being malefic to yourself, you're being malefic to other people. I don't know why. It made me think of Sal from Eat, Love, and he has this tarot thing, and I remember him saying that he got very emotional, and I felt that because there's a lot of people that I can put myself in that situation, because when I was hurting, I project. There's times I had narcissistic tendencies, and I can own up to those things. I try to work on myself every single day. If I know I can give uplifting encouragement to the worst person that really probably hurt me in the worst way, just still giving them that. You can be a better person, even though they may lash out at you in a negative way. Don't mean you need to respond in that way, because that means you're placing yourself in their level of energy. You're being given that energy, that vibration, that connection from their energy. And you have to be able to leave yourself rose up, like, hey, don't go back down there. You're like, you were there before. Allow yourself to stay up here. If people want to be able to connect with you, they got to be able to reach you. Don't lower yourself. Don't water yourself. Don't dim yourself to be able to be in communication like that. Sometimes you gotta be like, I'm just going my damn mouth shut, because I ain't gonna go there. And a lot of times you gotta be able to shut up. You have to be able to shut up, and that's the strongest thing you can even do. Even when you're dead right, that don't mean you got to sit up here. Hey, it'll sooner or later it'll show that you were right in those situations, and that's all you can really be grateful for, because you're creating that peace. Even if you're in a war, smack dead middle, like it's like you got your peaceful sunshine, your sun rays, however you like it. If you like spring and summer, mine is like spring and fall. I like that, where it's just like it's still warm, but it got a little breeze to it, But there are certain people that when they tend to make things a lot worse in their lives, when they already got certain things that they're allowing themselves to not face, that they got tornadoes, thunderstorms, all this different stuff, earthquakes, whatever in their lives. And right there, you're in that middle, and you're still seeing the sun rays, probably seeing a lot of rainbows and different things like that. And you can be able to create your peace. And that takes a very strong person, which you are. You're a very strong person, because you're allowing yourself to see the things that really has messed you up inside. And you're like, you know what? I'm allowing myself to do. I can't keep allowing myself to go in that repetitive cycle. I'm creating a peace regardless on what anybody else wants from me. I'm creating that peace. I'm going to be selfish for that, because a lot of times we have taught other people that we put ourselves last, and what they need, their needs come first. And a lot of times you have to be able to say, you know what? I'm doing self-care right now. If people want to text me, call me, whatever, knock on my door, I don't mean I got to sit up here and answer, because I'm taking care of myself right now. And a lot of times universe will do that just to see, are you going to allow yourself to stop what you're doing for yourself, to nurture yourself, just to tend to other people? And when you're doing that, you're dishonoring yourself. If you're not doing things from your heart and without a love, you're doing it out of obligation, which is dishonoring yourself. And they want you to not do that. But then it was like, when it was draining me and it made me feel aggravated and I didn't want to do it, I had to say no. You have to be able to be comfortable with saying that, because empaths, it's hard for us to be able to ignore other things in our lives, because it's just like if you're meditating, and you're trying to get yourself into that center vibration, and then there's different outside sources, are you going to stop? Or are you going to stay focused on the meditation? And it's just all about that, just allowing yourself to be able to, stay focused on creating that peace and staying in that peace. A lot of times it can be very challenging, but that's where your strength comes from, is when you still try to be able to stay in that vibration of peace, even when you're dead smack center in the middle of the whole entire chaos. So I hope you were able to resonate with the content of the video, y'all. I don't know if it's about to start storming, but it's like the signal been messing up, so I do apologize for that. But I will be having my chat at let me see what time it is now here. It's like 7:30 here, so I know I'll be in the next 30 minutes. So hopefully you'll be able to join into that. It's just going to be a discussion over the full moon and how it's been affecting you as a spiritual being, and how it's been able to affect us as a whole in a collective. So hopefully you'll be able to chime in with me in the next 30 minutes. And I would love to give a post notification shout out to Ray Forsey, Baby Steaks, Healing Oracle, and what was it, Glow Green, and Jennifer Cheney. Much love to you, and Samantha C. Much love as well. If you're new to my channel, welcome. It's so good to have you. And I would love for you to go ahead and drop a line to me, just to be able to get to know you as much as you're getting to know me. I'll always leave my contact information on the description box below, as well as my link to my podcast. I also do podcasting as well. It's about different things, just about Heyoka. If you can't see the video, you can be able to connect with me on the audio. And it's on Spotify and different other podcasting platforms as well. And I'm starting to do more, YouTube beta shorts. I've been seeing a lot of different ones on IG, and they're not personally mine. And I always try to tell people that it's personally not mine. I want to give credit to Gina, because it's very uplifting. Even if it's something funny, please go ahead and follow them on their accounts. I feel like if it's going to be funny to me or uplift me or just give me that confirmation or comfort, I want to be able to share that. But I'm just making sure I give my credits where credit's due. So much love to you. Whatever you're working on into your life, on manifestation, whatever you're trying to manifest into your life, I hope it comes a whole much bigger and better than you ever expected and comes sooner than you predicted it. Even through social distancing, make sure you give out love, light, positivity, words, vibes, frequencies. You never know. All those things can really take somebody a long way. And I hope you have a blessed, prosperous week. Be safe and responsible for everything you do. And you'll see me on my next video. Much love. Peace.